Oh, what's up, everybody? Matt of Trades here. All right, so today we are going to be talking about the TNT indicator. Now, the TNT indicator has four lines. These four lines, and at first glance, it just looks like a mess of orange and blue lines. Now, the simplest way to look at this, and just so you know, this is the Euro US dollar 1 minute chart. The market's actually closed, so it's not moving. But anyway, the most simple way to look at this is the oranges are directional, meaning the direction that the orange lines are pointing, that's the direction that the price is likely to go. The blues are inverse, so the direction that the blue lines are pointing, the price is likely to go the opposite direction. So we're going to briefly kind of go over each of these lines and what they represent. It's nice to know the nitty-gritty details, but it's not something that you really need to know to be able to use these indicators, but we'll brief over it. So we'll start with the thin orange. So the thin orange represents the strength of the trade. So the steeper down it's pointing, the stronger the signal is that, or the stronger the likelihood that that price is actually going to go that direction. And you can kind of see where, I mean, it's kind of going up here, it's pointing down, but price is still going up. Right here, it's pointing down a little bit, price goes down. And again, this is a 1 minute chart, so we're not going to analyze this particular, what's going on here too deeply, but boil it down, this is the strength of the trade. Okay, the next one is the thick orange. So this, oh, actually, before I move on, so one more thing. So right here in the bottom corner, this actually shows you the value of where the currently where the thin orange is, and that is between 0 and 10. And a lot of traders will say, okay, if it's below 1, or if it's above 9, it's either overbought or oversold. I might be looking to not take any trades in the direction that it's overbought or oversold in, and look for opportunities for it to start going the other way. Now the thick orange, similar to the thin orange, has a value, same thing, between 0 and 10. So the thick orange measures speed. And now what a lot of traders like to use this for is finding levels in the market. And similar to the thin orange, if you're like maxed out at 0 or maxed out at 10, there's probably a good chance that you're at some kind of level or support or resistance, and something to be aware of before you take a trade. And maybe a bit of a warning, or an opportunity to look at taking a trade in the other direction. Okay, so now let's see, the thin blue is also a speed indicator, similar to the thick orange. Now, ideally, you use this in conjunction. Well, you use all these in conjunction with each other, but you can almost look at that as the opposite of the thick orange. And so when you have both of these kind of crossing each other at similar angles in the opposite direction, that's showing some good strength, or some good indications that the price is going to be making some movements. So something to keep an eye out for. Okay. The thick blue is a lagging indicator. So same thing, the blues are inverse, so whichever direction that the price, or whichever direction the blue is pointing, the price is likely to go the opposite direction. However, since this is a lagging indicator, if you have all four of your TNT lines saying that the price should go up or the price should go down, usually the thick blue is the last one to confirm that, or it's going to become the fourth indicator to complete the 4 out of 4. And at that point, there's a pretty good chance that that movement is done. And so if you're already in a trade, could be a signal to maybe to move your stop loss a little bit closer and solidify some profits, or just get out of the trade, or just be aware that that movement that's been happening could be slowing down, or possibly even reversing. So just like the last two videos, like I did with pressure and the majors and minors, I'm going to attempt to trade using only these indicators. And in my opinion, I think the TNT is actually the hardest indicator to do this with, but it's a really good indicator to confirm signals that you're seeing from your other indicators. But we're gonna give it a shot, because why not? All right, we're gonna pick a random day. La 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 la. All right, we'll go April 13th. Why not? And I always like to try start trading at 7:30, 7:35. So we'll just go 7:30. All right, and I did change this to a 5-minute chart. I do think this indicator does work a little bit better on 5 minutes than it does on 1 minute, for example. I haven't really tried it very much on the 1 minute, but anyway, we'll give this a shot, and we'll just use our ATR to go for our stop loss and take profit levels. We'll just do a 2-to-1 risk reward. All right, so first thing, 4 out of 4 is pointing in the upward direction, or bullish direction. So both my oranges are pointing up, both of my blues are pointing down. So I think what we could do is we could probably set a few rules for us. So I guess we could say, number 1, we don't want this at 9 or in the 0 area. This is the value of the thin orange. So we basically don't want our thin orange thinking that the price is overbought or oversold. And then same thing with our thick orange. We don't want this to be in a level of being overbought or oversold. So if it's 9 or above or below 1, then we're not going to be looking at taking any trades. And then we'll set some hard rules that we want our thin orange to be pointing in the direction we're looking to take a trade. We want our our thin blue pointing in the opposite direction that we're looking to make a trade. And we want, I would say let's have our thick blue, as long as it's not starting to kink in the opposite direction that we're trying to make a trade. When we're trying to do it, then we can go ahead and move forward and take that trade. And then we want our thin orange to agree as well. But the thin blue, there's a little bit more nuance, and I think if you wanted to keep this more simple, probably just take the thick blue off. But we're gonna try using all of them. All right, so they're all pointing the same direction right now. I want to actually look for something not right when the stock market is opening. All right, so this is kinking down now, getting a little bit weaker with our thick orange. And we are overbought with our thin orange. Sorry, thin orange. Yeah, our thin orange is overbought, so we're probably going to be looking for some movement downward. And I think this is actually a really good opportunity. So we are pretty overbought right now. Our thick orange has decided to move down, and our thin blue is pointing up, opposite of thick orange, and it looks like they're about to cross, which doesn't really matter. We're not necessarily looking for crosses a whole lot here, just because, depending on where your zoom is, they can kind of move. One thing worth noting about the TNTs is you're not really going to be looking at how the price action interacts with these lines, because it does not scale with the price action as you zoom in and out. So we're not looking for crosses. We're not looking for the price to cross these lines kind of like we do with pressure. And then this is still pointing down, which I prefer actually. So we got ATR of 68, and this is just measuring. It's a 5 candle ATR, so it's just measuring the most recent 5 candles, the average size of those. So we'll use that as our take profit. So 68 points, and then we'll double that for our stop loss, which is 136. So 136 points, and we're going to go ahead and take a sell here. Let's see what happens. Oh, there we go. So it went down, barely touched it. Okay, so good trade so far. I don't know why we took 2 trades there. Let's see if we can find another opportunity here. So still pointing down. The orange is pointing up now, our thick orange. Alright, now it's kinked back down. Our thin blue is not pointing in the inverse direction though. It is now. However, our thick orange seems to be having issues with the idea of that continuing to go down. Alright, so now all 4 are bullish, which, like I said, if the thick blue... it didn't just barely kink down though, so I think we could be good to make a trade here. I mean, if it were going up and then all of a sudden kinked down, whichever direction the price was going, I might be hesitant to take a trade in continuation of whatever direction that was going. But let's go and take a buy here. I mean, we're just kind of playing around with this. We're not taking this too seriously because I don't think there's any traders that would only use the TNT lines to take trades. So this would be 150. Let's see, 140, 152. So we're just using our ATR. All right, let's take a buy now. It's also worth noting there seems to be a bit of a level of support here that we're bouncing off of. And this is actually perfect place for a take profit. Not quite getting to the top of those candles. Alright. Okay. Alright. Alright, we're just going to have to click forward. This would be a very, very long trade. Looks like we're probably going to end up losing, though. Yeah, we're we're just kind of stuck between our entry and our stop loss here. Yeah, once we get past 9 o'clock Mountain Time, the market really slows down. Alright, and now it's 6 o'clock. Evening traders are starting to hop on. We get a little bit more volatility and movement, so let's... I mean, at this point, whatever signal we used to get into this, no longer relevant. We ended up winning, though, so I'll take it. 2 for 2. Yeah, that was definitely lucky. Let's pick another random day. Let's go to August 21st. It's a Monday. Alright, so I usually don't like taking trades on the very first candle at 7:30, so... Alright, so hard rules, definitely want my thin orange and thin blue in agreement in the direction. Okay. It does look very bearish. My only hesitation is that right when this candle happens, we're getting our thick blue to kink up, which kind of gives me the suspicion that it's probably gonna just bounce off of this level here. But then again, I could be wrong, but not a lot telling me there, giving me a lot of confidence. However, yeah, same thing here. I don't like taking trades right when the thick blue changes directions. Alright, think I'll take a sell here. So thin orange, thin blue, agree that it's going to go down. My thick blue, also agreeing. And my thick blue hasn't quite kinked to the upward direction. It is losing some strength though, going facing down. But I think, let's adjust our levels. So 56 points, 112 stop loss. Oh, it almost. There we go. All right, so we're 3 for 3 so far. Let's just keep going until we lose a trade. Okay, so we won it here. There isn't really anything telling me that the price is going to not continue going down, so I might go for another sell here. At least nothing in the TNTs is kind of letting me know that we're losing steam. Okay. Alright, we did lose that one. Okay, so 4 trades, 75% win rate. And I mean, who knows what this actual win rate would be if we decided to do a full back test session. You know, either 100 trades or 100 days of back testing. But yeah, 96 bucks after 4 trades. So, but again, this is going to work much better if you're combining this with another indicator like the pressure, especially, which if you wanted, you could actually, where'd they go? Have all of that on one chart, and that's going to give you a lot more indication as to what the price could be doing when you add the pressure indicator in combination of the TNTs. Alright folks, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like and subscribe if you want to learn more about GreenCharts, about the indicators, and again, this is just my hot take, so take that for what it's worth. Till next time.